Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the following limit. Find the absolute value of x minus 5 divided by x minus 5 as x is approaching to 5 from the positive side. Step number 1. When you think about x approaching to 5, sometimes you're approaching it from the left, sometimes you're approaching it from the right, sometimes you're approaching to 5. So the three cases, if you think about it in that sense. And in this example, we're looking at a one-sided limit where 5 is being approached from the positive side. So that means you can think of a number a little bit to the right of 5. And again, I fully recognize every student's different. So one student's going to say, well, the number next to 5 could be 5.1. Another person could say 5.01. And of course, a third student may say 5.001 and so on. So what I'm going to do in the first step here is I am going to put the equal sign. I am going to put the quotation marks, recognizing that one size does not fit all, right? And if you plug in 5.01 minus 5 divided by 5.01 minus 5, look what happens. And again, when you take 5.01 minus 5, that's going to be 0.01. In the denominator, 5.01 minus 5 is also 0.01. And of course, I'm still putting this in quotation marks, but essentially this is going to be 1. Now, how do we know we're doing it right? What I would say to every student without fail is you want to consider double checking. Very often when you do a question such as this one, sometimes you're stressed out, you're not sure if you're doing it right, and you want to build that confidence. You want to become competent. And what I would say is you spend 1 extra minute, draw a graph. And what I mean is this. If you think about the function, y equal to the absolute value of x minus 5 divided by x minus 5. And again, you can break this into two different cases and kind of draw this. But basically, the graph looks like this. There's the first piece of this piecewise function, and there's going to be a cavity located at 5, -1, and it's going to go across like that. And of course, the second piece of this piecewise function is going to be at 5, 1, where that's the second cavity. And now you kind of go back and you say, well, how do I know this actually makes sense? So again, I'm going to separate this a little bit. Let's use a different color here. So if you go back, you can say, well, the question is asking what happens when x is approaching to 5 from the positive side. So you take your right hand and you trace what happens when x is approaching to 5, and the corresponding y value is going to be 1. So that's a quick way to double check your work by activating the dual mindset to confirm you did it right. I hope this makes sense.